Hi, in this module, we are going to upgrade our existing Xamarin Forms application according to MVVM Prism application. If you remember that, we have created the Courts application with the help of Xamarin Forms built-in MVVM. Now we are going to create the same application with the help of MVVM Prism. And what I'm going to do is, I'll open both the projects side by side so that we can copy and paste things easily. Alright, now in this Prism application, I'm going to get rid from all these files. And similarly, let's get rid of these page types that were registered in the app.xaml.cs file. Alright, now our Prism application is empty and we are going to make the Courts application with the help of MVVM Prism. You remember that in the Courts application, we have used some NuGet plugins for JSON serialization and deserialization. So let's install the same plugin in this Prism application. What I'm gonna do is, I'll right click on my solution and then click Manage NuGet Packages for Solution. Then I'm gonna search for JSON.NET and here we go. Now let's install this NuGet inside our solution and it will take some time. And here you will see that this plugin has been installed successfully. Alright, let's close this. Now let's go to the Xamarin Forms Courts application and you remember that there I have added the folders for services and interfaces. Also, we have a model folder where we have a code class. So first of all, let's add a code class inside the Prism application. So let's right click on the models folder and then add a new class and name it Code. Then I'm going to copy these lines of code and then paste it inside the Prism application. Now let's add the interface and services folder inside the Prism application. So just right click on the project and then create a new folder and name it interfaces. Similarly, just create a new folder and name it services. Alright, now switch to the Xamarin Forms application and there you will see that we have an iCode interface inside this interface folder. So what I'm gonna do is, I'll switch to my Prism application and then let's right click on this interface folder and add a new interface and name it iCode. Then I'm going to copy this code that we have written earlier in the Courts application and just paste it here. Similarly, if you look at the services folder, then you will find Courts API class. So I'm going to create the same class inside my Prism application. Let's right click on the services folder inside the Prism application and then let's create a new class and name it Courts API. Alright, now let's copy all the code and paste it inside the Prism application. I have already explained this code, so that's why this time I'm just copy and pasting the previous code inside my Prism application. And don't worry, I have attached all the code along with this course. Alright, so far we have created our model, interfaces and services. Now in the next module, we are going to create our views and view models. See you guys in the next module. In this module, we are going to create the views and view models. So if we look at the codes application, then you will see that we have this code page inside the views folder. So let's jump back to the Prism application and then let's create a new Prism content page and name it codes page. And here we go. As soon as we will add this Prism codes page, it will also create a codes page view model. Well, that's awesome. Now inside this codes page, I'm going to add the same code that we have written in the codes application. So let's copy and paste this code here. Now it's time for the view model. Well, in the codes view model, we have the following lines of code. So I'm going to copy this code and then paste it inside this Prism application. Now in the Xamarin Forms application, you remember that we have registered the iQuote interface and codes API in the app.xaml.cs file. Well, similarly, this time I'm going to register the iQuote interface and codes API in the app.xaml.cs file of Prism application. But it's very simple. All you need to do is just call this register singleton method and then let's use our interface, that is iQuote, and similarly let's use a class, that is codes API. Well, this line means that whenever we call this iQuote interface, it will create an instance of codes API. Alright, that's it. It's time to run this application. So let's run this application quickly, and here we go. Now on the emulator, you will see that we will get all the codes from the API. Well, that's awesome. So you see how easy it was to build the application with MVVM Prism. Now in the next module, we will learn how to implement the list view navigation and selection inside the MVVM Prism application. So I will catch you in the next module.